Live from Palma Solar Park in Bradenton, Florida, it is the Manatee Impact against the Manatee Skeeters. Jayla Mitchell leads things off. First pitch is a ball. Mitchell is out.
I took a picture.
Emma Robertson watches strike one. Robertson strikes out. That brings up Megan Towery. Pitcher, by the way, is Abby Turnpaw getting the start. Runner is safe.
Can I see the other one?
Maddie Parker at the plate. Inning over. Bottom of the first inning between the Impact and the Skeeters. Skeeters send their batting order to the plate. Olivia Artanis, Marissa Martinez, Sydney Totarski, Addison Fry, Tegan Riley, Paige Pashati, Keely Cochran, Julia Tomolsky, Izzy Henderson, and Emma George against the Impact starter Natalie Snowden out of Florida Southern. First pitch is a strike to Artanis, the second baseman. Runners out. Pitch is high to Marissa Martinez. She's out. That brings Sydney Totarski to the plate with 2 gone. Snowden comes home. And this ball catapulted to left. Smith watches it leave the yard. Home run, Sydney Totarski. First pitch is a strike to Addison Fry, the DP. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Chisholm fires to Nolte and gets the out. A 2-out home run for the Skeeters has them in front 1-0 as we go to the second. Top of the second between the Impact and the Skeeters. Impact send 5, 6, 7 to up, starting with Harley Chisholm, the shortstop. It's Abby Turnpaw, who misses outside, ball 1. Turnpaw, out of Manhattan University in the Metro Conference. Against Chisholm, the FSU freshman. Pitch on its way to Chisholm, the leadoff bat. She fouls it away onto the canopy above the bleachers. Chisholm redshirted this last season with Florida State, the ACC champs. Pitch comes home. This ball lifted to right, and it gets down for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Impact. This is a Skeeters team that is 1-7, last in team ERA in the Florida Gulf Coast League. They've been struggling under Coach Morgan Kostler. Trying to turn things around today, perhaps, against a 500 Impact team. As it's Cam Nolte at the plate with a 1-0 count. Throw back to second is unsuccessful. When it goes, it's a swing and a miss to strike. And the ball is off the bag. It's a stolen base for Chisholm. And the runner is out, 4-3, but Chisholm, after the stolen base on the ground out, she's at third. She represents the tying run. So here at the plate, it's Brittany Bunsick, the second baseman. And that ball is fouled. One to the count to the Western Carolina Catamount. And she's down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Pitches outside to Calissa Coates, the DP. Coates bounces it sharply to short. Martinez throws to first, and that is the end of the inning. Leadoff single. Chisholm gets all the way to third. She's stranded there. It's 1-0 Skeeters through 1.5. Bottom of the second. Natalie Snowden back in the circle. Pitches outside. Ball 1. Leadoff batter is Tegan Riley, the third baseman. Snowden, 5'3" right-hander from Lakeland. Lakeland's Florida Southern by way of California. And this ball rolls up the middle, gets underneath the glove of the second baseman Bunsick. It's a leadoff knock for the Skeeters. Here is Paige Bashati, the catcher. The pitch to her is outside. This one slowly rolled to the pitcher. Snowden slings it to first. And Bashati is out as Riley moves to second. One out in the bottom of the second in a 1-0 ball game with the Skeeters in the lead. Keely Cochran, the extra hitter, is up. This one also back to the circle. And they get another force out that advances the runner. Here's Julia Tamolsky, the left fielder. Ground ball to second base, gloved by Bunsick and delivered to Nolte to retire the side. Similar innings on both ends. Both teams get a leadoff single and a runner all the way to third, but fail to bring them in. It's 1-0 Skeeters as we go to the third. Top of the third, Mackenzie Smith, Brianna Santangelo, and Jayla Mitchell up as Smith fouls the first pitch out. Ball bunted foul. One, two, the count. The 1-2 pitch on its way to Smith. She taps it to the left side of the infield. Martinez throws it wide of the bag, and she is safe. Leadoff base hit for the second straight frame for the Impact. That brings up Brianna Santangelo, the 10-hole hitter, playing in right field out of Columbia in the Ivy League. Abby Turnpaw in the circle for the Skeeters. Pitch comes home. It's outside, and the runner advances to second on the wild throw. Fly ball to shallow right. Catch made on the trim by the second baseman Artanis. First out of the top of the third. At the plate is Jayla Mitchell for the second time. She's in the portal after a freshman season at Memphis. Two nothing the count to Mitchell. This ball in the gap to right center. Coming around to score is Smith. And at second base, she's out. RBI single for Mitchell. She's tagged out at the Keystone bag, but that ties the game. Jayla Mitchell got ambitious on that one. First pitch line foul by Emma Robertson, who is 0 for 1 with the strikeout swinging. And another ball foul. That one is high to the Impact's two-hole batter, Emma Robertson. Two-two. Ball fouled off by Robertson. Ball four. Robertson turns an 0-2 count into a walk. First walk on either side. It's a two-out base runner for the Impact. Here's Megan Towery, who reached on an error. Her only other time up. Next pitch to Towery. Just outside. Line shot into right center. Off the top of the wall. And Robertson to third after a well-hit single. Has two on the corners for the Impact in a tie ball game. Third hit of the inning for Manatee. Pitch on its way. That's line foul by Maddie Parker, the team's catcher. That's another foul ball. Time called by the hitter. Swing and a miss. Dropped third strike. Tag applied. Inning over. The Impact tie the game with 1 run coming in off of 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2 on. We're through 2.5. 1-1. Bottom of the third inning, Natalie Snowden, her first pitch to Izzy Henderson, is rolled over to the shortstop. Bunsick has it, gets it over to Nolte. 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. That brings up the 10-hole hitter, Emma George. And Emma George out of Groveland, Florida. In the portal after 2 years at the JUCO level with Eastern Florida State College, where she made it to the JUCO Women's College World Series this past season. First time in program history for EFSC. She started 118 games at catcher. Fly ball down the right field side. It drops in foul grounds. Ground ball to the second baseman. Picked up by Chisholm. Over to Nolte again. 6-3, then 4-3. Here's Olivia Artanis. Grounded to first base her first time up. This one rolls down the first base line. Barehanded by the catcher. Not in time. The runner is safe. It's a bunt single for Artanis. Third hit of the game for the Skeeters. That brings up Marissa Martinez. And the runner advances to second. Ground ball, backhanded by the second baseman, and it was close to pulling her off the bag, and they call it out. That's the end of the inning. Runner left on, so we go to the fourth. Top of the fourth, Harley Chisholm leads things off for the Manatee Impact. Facing, now it's Abby Turnpaw. As it turns out, it was Addie Fry who switched from DP to the pitcher right before first pitch. How about that? First pitch is outside from Chisholm.
What did she say? Pitch the first innings.
This ball is popped up to the pitcher. Chisholm is out.
Where did that just hit to?
Pop out to the pitcher, retires Chisholm. Here's Cam Nolte. This ball, hot shot.
Ooh.
She's in. Safe at first. Nolte is aboard. Here's Brandy Bunsick. Bunsick bats a ball foul. So the final line for Addie Fry, the, what do you want to call it, starting pitcher. 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. She walked 1 and struck out 3. As there's a strikeout, Bunsick down by way of the K. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, as that brings up Calissa Coates, the runner at first. Pitch is outside. Ball 1 to Coates, the Towson freshman. Hometown kid for the Towson Tigers. She's from the Baltimore area. And that one's in the dirt. Weinbarger, the new catcher, she throws back to first, and the runner, Nolte, is safe. Pitch was a ball. 2-1 to Coates. Bounces in the dirt once again. 3-1 the count. Turnpaw from Manhattan. And Coates has a full count at the plate. Coates goes down swinging, and the inning is over. New pitcher comes in. Turnpaw allows a hit, but strikes out 2 of the 3 outs. And we are through 3.5 in a tied ball game. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1 our score between the Impact and the Skeeters. Skeeters facing the starter Natalie Snowden. It's 3-4-5 up. It's Sydney Totarski who hit that home run over the left field fence in the first. Started the scoring in this game. She takes another big hack. That time it's fouled off her leg. And that one hits Totarski. She's on base to lead off the inning. And she's on base for the second time today. That ball rolled down the third base line, foul. 0-1 the count to Addison Fry. The DP who grounded out to the shortstop as that pitch is outside. Good throw by the catcher, but the middle infielders can't hold on. Runners now at second with nobody out. Fry, the freshman from Providence, takes a pitch low. And that ball harshly hit to the pitcher. Snowden turns and gets it to first base for the out, but the lead runner's at third base now. 1 out in the inning. Skeeters can take the lead with a fly out deep enough to the outfield. Here's Tegan Riley, who singled in the second. She fouls it off. Riley out of Lynn University, Division II school in Boca Raton. In the Sunshine State Conference, a .280 hitter across her 3 seasons. She swings and mashes one to the shortstop, and she can't hold on. Bunsick loses it. The runner is safe, and the lead runner scores. It's an RBI for Riley and an E6. That has her safe. Totarski has scored both runs for the Skeeters. So it's Annalisa Weinbarger who Came in as a defensive sub for the previous catcher, Paige Bashati, in the top half. Paige 0 for 1 with a 1-3 ground out. As the pitch is outside to Weinbarger. Out of Winthrop, the Eagles of the Big South, entering her 4th season of college ball. Shotty went 0 for 1, so Weinbarger is up with a 2-0 count. And she yanks it foul. Weinbarger, a proud hedgehog mom. She has a pet hedgehog named Pablo. Two-one. Weinbarger down the left field line, and that one is gone. 2-run shot by Annalisa Weinbarger. It's a 3-run inning for the Skeeters, and they lead it 4-1. Big swing by the pinch hitter. Still only the one out in the bottom of the 4th. Natalie Snowden trying to settle back in after that. It's Keely Cochran who watches ball 1. Cochran out of Minnesota. She rolls it down the third base line. It is Mitchell who throws across the diamond. Cochran now 0 for 2. That brings up Julia Tomolsky, the left fielder. Grounded to second in the 2nd, her only time up. That pitch is high and in. Ball 1. This ball sharply rolled through the 5-6 hole. It's a 2-out hit for Julia Tomolsky, the left fielder. Pinch hitter, it's Lily Acosta. Comes in for Izzy Henderson in the 9 hole. Henderson just an 0 for 1 ground out, or 0 for 1 on the ground out. As that pitch is outside. This ball rolled foul. Costa watches a strike. It's now a full count to Acosta, the pinch hitter, committed to Walters State. rolls this up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman. She goes the short way. Hands it to her sack mate, Bunsick, and that is the end of the inning. Skeeters score 3 runs off of 2 hits, 1 error. They leave 1 on. We are through 4 innings. It is 4-1 Skeeters. Top of the 5th between the Impact and the Skeeters. Skeeters in front 4-1 as the Impact send 9-10-1 to the dish, starting with Mackenzie Smith. That one's high, ball 1. That ball scorched high in the air to right, and that ball carries off the top of the fence. Smith to third, sliding in safe with a leadoff triple. Smith now 2 for 2 after that swing. And it brings up Brianna Santangelo, who popped out to second, her only time to the plate. Santangelo, the Impact right fielder from Columbia in New York City. She hammers that one off the pitcher's ankle. It trickles to second. They shovel it to first, and they get the out, but it brings home a run. 1-4-3 ground out for Santangelo. It's an RBI. Smith is in. She scores her second run and the second for the team. And they'll check on the pitcher, Abby Turnpaw, who wore that one off one of her ankles. She says she's all right. Jayla Mitchell at the dish. She's 1 for 2. She shows bunt, pulls it back, and gets out of the way of ball 1. 2-0 the count to Mitchell. In the transfer portal, after just 28 at-bats as a freshman at Memphis. Strike called. It is a full count to Jayla Mitchell in her third plate appearance. Here comes the payoff. Mitchell watches ball 4. Second walked batter by Skeeters pitching. Here's Autumn Russell, a pinch hitter out of Western Carolina. Slow roller to second base. That is handled and shoveled to first. Artanis to Acosta. Runner advances, and there are 2 outs in this inning. It's now Megan Towery, the center fielder. She is 1 for 2, reached on an error and singled. Towery swings and pops it back and foul. Three and 1 the count to Towery. A pitch away from putting the tying run on base. There it is. Ball 4, back-to-back walks with 2 outs. Rather, there's a ground out in between those, but 2 walks regardless in this 5th inning. Brings up Maddie Parker, the cleanup hitter. The catcher, she's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Parker, the red shirt freshman from UCF out of Tampa, Florida. She watches strike 1. Turnpaw is a pitch away from walking the bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. Now the 3-1 to Maddie Parker. There it is. 3 walks now in the inning. Mitchell at third, Towery at second, and Parker at first with Harley Chisholm, the middle infielder, back up. Chisholm singled and stole a bag in the second, popped out to the circle in the 4th. Courtesy runner, Mackenzie Smith at first instead of the catcher Parker. Chisholm, the FSU freshman from the state of Oklahoma. Up with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put Chisholm. The inning started with a leadoff double by Mackenzie Smith. Rather, triple. She came around to score on a ground out. Since then, walk, ground out, walk, and walk. Chisholm takes a pitch high. Skeeters last in the FGCL and team ERA, just a couple ticks under 9. They've been pretty in control so far, but this 5th inning, trouble is brewing as the Impact trying to take the lead or tie it or score some more runs. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top of the 5th with the bases fully impacted. 2-1. Chisholm watches that off-speed pitch hit the outer half. It's strike 2. Turnpaw looking to escape the inning, allowing just 1 run. 2-2. Chisholm fights it off. Two. Chisholm, another emergency swing. Abby Turnpaw comes in with the 2-2. And another pitch that Harley Chisholm fights back. Lonnie Alameda's freshman really fighting right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes still. And another fouled pitch. Chisholm timing up the bat. The bases are loaded after 3 walks. Mitchell at third, Towery at second. Courtesy runner Smith at first for Maddie Parker, who walked. Two. Chisholm rolls it up the middle, stopped by the second baseman, but they go station to station. It's now 4-3. The second baseman Artan is preventing that from leaking into the outfield. Might have kept another run off the board, but Chisholm with her second hit, first RBI. Here is Cam Nolte. Ball one to her. Oh no. It's outside. Ball two. It is a 3-0 count with the bases loaded for Cam Nolte. Full hitters count. And Turnpal locates on the outer corner. Three-one pitch, flied out of here. The count is full. Terry at third, Smith at second, and Chisholm at first. In a one-run ball game in the top of the fifth inning. New balls now for the umpire. Nolte fights the pitch backwards. Three-two again. Nolte powers one to center. Underneath it, Totarski makes the squeeze to end the inning. 2 runs come in for the Impact off of 1 hit. No errors. They leave the bases loaded. 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Skeeters in front. Bottom of the fifth inning. The Skeeters lead down to 1 after a 2-run top half. KB Bradshaw, the leadoff batter, making her first plate appearance, came in as a defensive sub in the fourth. It's foul. Kendall Bradshaw out of Appalachian State in the Sun Belt, out of Boone, North Carolina. She's down in an 0-2 count. Comes in the 10 hole for Emma George, who grounded out 4-3, her only time up. Still Natalie Snowden in the circle for the impact, as that pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bradshaw started her career at JUCO Gaston College, the Rhinos of NJCAA's Region 10. And she now has a full count. Snowden struggled a bit in the 4th inning, allowed 3 runs off of 2 hits, hit a batter, gave up a home run. Payoff part 2. And Snowden walks her first batter today. Runner goes. Throw on a line, late tag, stolen base. Bradshaw takes second. 1 ball, no strikes to Olivia Artanis. It's a unique last name, Artanis. Apparently her great-grandfather changed the family name back in the day. It is Sinatra backwards. And Artanis has a 3-0 count. And that one's in the dirt. Runner bolts to third base. She slides in safe on the wild pitch. That was also ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Natalie Snowden. And that'll do it. Ashley Prange pulls the plug on the pitcher. We'll have more details on the other end. New pitcher in the bottom of the 5th. 2 batters have reached. They're on the corners as Marley Gaskell, the Florida State freshman, comes in. Towering 6-footer from the Commonwealth of Virginia. She faces Marissa Martinez, the new batter. Runner goes off to second. Throw cut off by the second baseman. So 2 in scoring position. Impact Don't bite on the double steal. George at third base, rather that's Bradshaw, and Artanis at second. With nobody out after Natalie Snowden walked the first two batters and left the game. And wow, that's a good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martinez can't hit it. This ball cranked out to left center, falls for a base hit. Both runners will score. Now over to second base and charging to third base is Martinez. 2-run double. And she takes third. Martinez, her first hit. So that does it for the final pitching line of Natalie Snowden. 4 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, walked 2, struck out none. Here's Sydney Totarski. She's been productive. And she rolls it up the middle for her second hit, and that scores another. Totarski has now reached safely all 3 times she's been up. Home run, single, and hit by pitch. Her second RBI. And here's Addison Fry, the DP. Fry barely fouls it into the glove. This ball bounces into the glove of the shortstop. They get the force out at second. It's a fielder's choice with Fry safe at first. Finally, the first out in the bottom of the 5th inning after the first 4 batters got on base. First pitch is high to Tegan Riley. Tegan Riley, the Plant High School product in Tampa, Florida. That pitch is inside, escapes, and Fry will get over to second. Good news for Plant High. Alum Jack Caglione playing his first games at Tropicana Field in his hometown Major League ballpark right now. As this ball grounded to the shortstop, Bunsick gets it over to first. There's the second out. The runner advances to third base. Along with that, another Plant alum, Gabriel Rincones, made his Major League Baseball debut last week with the Philadelphia Phillies. So, great athletic program for Plant High, especially considering they're a public school. And Elisa Weinbarger takes a pitch on the outer edge. Strike 1. Next pitch. 1-1 the count. Pitch on its way to Weinbarger, who's up for the second time. She had a home run her first time up, and she has a 1-2 count in front of her now. Pitch to Weinbarger. She clubs this high to center, and that one is off the top of the fence. A loud RBI single for Annalisa Weinbarger. Almost had her second home run. It's now 8-3. Weinbarger now 2 for 2 with her third RBI. Courtesy runner for Weinbarger. It's Emma George. So you get a courtesy runner for the catcher, but it is a catcher by trade, and Emma George. So there's a swing and a miss by Keely Cochran. No balls, 2 strikes to the 7-hole hitter for the Skeeters. Skeeters searching for their second win in their 9th game. As that one twirls inside. And the count evens out. Two pitch. Down the right field line, and the catch is made in right by Santangelo. Inning over, but the Skeeters score 3 runs thanks to 3 hits, 2 walks, rather 4 runs in the inning off those 3 hits and 2 walks, and they leave another on. We're through 5 innings. It's 8-3 Skeeters. Top of the 6th, impact back to the dish. It is Brittany Bunsick, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts to her name today. She's the leadoff batter. This ball bunted back to the pitcher, and a firm throw from Turnpaw to Acosta. And Bunsick is 0 for 3. One out now in the top of the 6th. Here is Calissa Coates, the DP. She grounded it to short and struck out so far. Coates takes it low. So there's a swinging strike. One-two count to the DMV native. And Coates fights it back. Coates towers one to right. Squeeze made by Bradshaw. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Mackenzie Smith led off the 5th inning with a triple off the top of the wall. She's back up here. And she fouls it backwards. No balls, 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat to the third baseman. Pop out ends the inning. And the Impact go down in order in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th we go. Skeeters ahead by 5. Bottom of the 6th inning, Skeeters looking to build upon their 5-run advantage over the Impact. They send Julia Tomolsky to the plate to lead things off. She grounded to second in the second and singled in the fourth. Skeeters scored 3 runs in the fourth, 4 runs in the fifth. 2 of those off the pitcher Marley Gaskell, who came in to relief Natalie Snowden midway through that fifth inning. And this first pitch is lifted foul. A 1. Tipped foul. No balls, 2 strikes. That one at the eyes. Skeeters have lost their last 3 games. They are 1-7 on the season. The 1-2. Misses outside. Lily Acosta is on deck for the Skeeters, and the hole is KB Bradshaw. Another foul pitch. Tomolsky out of Elon University in the Coastal Athletic Association, Tampa native. Grew up playing soccer in addition to softball. She chops it into Gaskell's mitt, and she gets the 1-3 ground out for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Here's Lily Acosta, came in as a pinch hitter in the 4th. She grounded it out to the end of the inning. It's her second plate appearance. That pitch is low and in. Three balls, no strikes to the 9-hole hitter, Lily Acosta. She walks her on 4 pitches. Gaskell with her first walk. And it brings up KB Bradshaw. Pitch is low, ball 1. This ball grounded to the shortstop. They get the force out at second. The runner is safe. Two gone now in the bottom of the 6th. That one's outside. Runner goes off, pitches low. Good throw by the catcher, and they got her. 2-6 caught stealing. Maddie Parker delivers a laser beam that gets the final out. Unorthodox 1-2-3 inning, but we'll take it as we go to the 7th. It is 8-3. Impact down to their final 3 outs. Top of the 7th, the Impact trail the Skeeters 8-3. They'll send Brianna Santangelo, Sammy Lenhair, a pinch hitter, and Autumn Russell up to try to extend this game. Abby Turnpaw still in the circle for the Skeeters. She has pitched previous 3 innings, has allowed 2 runs across those. As the first pitch is high to the Columbia Lions outfielder. The 2-0. Strike one. It's a 5-pitch walk to the leadoff batter. And the Impact have a base runner here in the 7th. And that brings up Sammy Lenhair, pinch hitter for the Impact, coming in for Jayla Mitchell, who went 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Lenhair, freshman from Akron. Foul ball. Lenhair from the suburbs of Chicago, of Downers Grove. And it's an 0-2 count to her. Freshman without an at-bat this past spring with the Zips. Coming off the bench in a pivotal moment in this game. And she's rung up on 3 pitches. First out of the top of the 7th. 3rd strikeout for Abby Turnpaw. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Martinez charges. Throw ricochets off the first baseman now. Santangelo to 3rd as the runner is safe with an infield single. Would have been a very tricky play for that infield. So Autumn Russell is aboard with her first hit. As it's Megan Towery. Pitch is low, runner takes off. Martinez loses control. Santangelo will score, and Russell safe at 3rd. 2-0 pitch. Liner the other direction, falls for a base hit. RBI knock brings in another run. And with that, the tying run is on deck. Time called by Annalisa Weinbarger, the Skeeters catcher. Maddie Parker, the catcher, she has struck out and walked in an 0 for 2 day. There's one out in the top of the 7th with a runner at first in a 3-run ball game. She chases after the first pitch. She sees this at bat. Now the 0-1. Strike called. Two outs. It is Harley Chisholm to the plate with the impact down to their final out. The FSU freshman, 2 for 3 today, with an RBI and a stolen bag. 1-0. Ball 2 to Chisholm. If Chisholm can manage to get on base, it will bring up Cam Nolte, who represents the tying run. Strike 1 to Chisholm. And Chisholm wants time. Abby Turnpaw trying to shut the door on the impact in this one and put an end to a 3-game losing Skeeters skid. Chisholm fouls a pitch. And the impact down to their final out. This ball pounded down the left field line, falls for a base hit. Terry over to third. At second is Chisholm with a double. And the tying run to the plate. The impact down to their final strike. They stay alive with a Chisholm 2-bagger. Her third hit today. She's 3 for 4. Tower at third, Chisholm at second. Nolte, who is 1 for 3, comes up, representing the game-tying run. It wouldn't be easy for the Skeeters. Harry watches ball 1. One 0. It's outside again. Turn Paul. The 2-0 pitch on its way. Hits ball 3. Can't imagine Nolte's swinging here. She does. She cracks it past the third baseman. Base hit. 2 runs are in. Nolte to second. The tying run in scoring position. 4 runs in so far for the Impact in the top of the 7th. Nolte's second hit. And Brittany Bunsick can tie it up with a swing or take the lead. Bunsick to center field. Totarski underneath, and the Skeeters survive. The 7th inning rally by the Impact. Skeeters win it 8-7, the final score. It was a 4-run top half of the 7th for the Impact off of a total of 4 hits, an error, a walk. They get the tying run on, but fail to bring them home. Impact dropped to 4-5. Skeeters advanced to 2-7. With that does it for our coverage of Florida Gulf Coast League softball on this Tuesday. I'm Lance Williams saying so long.